Yeah, we here. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? Hope you have had a great week this week, and welcome to the weekend, and welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is being heard live on Podbean, seen live here on Facebook, seen live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and being heard on this replay from everywhere else. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let me see who's in the house so far. My brother Gary Bryant is in the house. What's up, man? I see you. Ain't nothing too much going on, but the same old thing. I'm gonna get into that in just a second, Gary. What's going on? Hey, everybody on Podbean. I see you. It's Ty's in the house. Everybody that is there, what's going on? People are slowly but surely coming in. Those that are here, I ask that you share. Listen, if you are, I'm good now. Damn, my pie is in the house. Pie say I'm still here. Yeah, that's just an inside thing that me and Pie got going. She knows exactly what I mean. Yeah, she's still here. By the grace of God, she's still here. Good to see you, Pie. Always, whether it's by YouTube, in person, Facebook, whatever. Pie's still here. What's up, Talib? What's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in on me. IPOH on YouTube. On Podbean. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for popping in on me on here. Listen, we got a lot to talk about today, and I'm gonna get right to it. That's right, Daniel. That's right, Pat. I know it. This could turn into some good church service, and just with a flip of a switch. I'm here to talk about the Cowboys, but my goodness, I am a preacher. What's going on? Mario, what's going on? I see you coming in here. I see all the Cowboy haters are coming slowly but surely. I'll deal with you guys just momentarily. I got to get to the Cowboys, but ladies and gentlemen, the bombshell just dropped just a few moments ago. By now, I'm quite sure everybody knows what is going on. A day that you just probably never thought it would happen, despite how old the guy is and everything. But I'm quite sure you heard that Tom Brady has announced his retirement on today. Just a few hours, maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours. He announced it. Now, I'd be wrong if I didn't say at least something about Tom Brady. And I just started there before I deal with the Cowboys and everything else. Listen, the man is great. It's just nothing else you can say. 7 Super Bowl championships in 2 different places. All-time leader, touchdowns, all-time leader in yards. And it's not because he played so long. The man was great, even in his old age. I mean, come on, y'all. 5,000 yards passing, 40 touchdowns. I mean, just arguably, you can argue that he is the MVP this year. I know many have given it to Aaron Rodgers, but there's a case that could be made for Tom Brady to be the MVP this year at 44. He leaves the game, probably no doubt that he probably could still play. But he is 44 years old. He's played 22 years. He's been getting hit for 22 years. His children are entering that stage now where they're teenagers. He has not been there because of his quest to be the best. His wife, no doubt, probably wants him to hang it up. She's probably been wanting that for years. Tom, as far as looking at the team in Tampa, guys probably would leave this year. They all came back and trying to repeat. They had all 22 starters come back. I'm quite sure the team will be different next year. And Tom probably does not want to start over again. Personally speaking, for me, however, though, my love for him, and yes, I love him, goes back to goes all the way back to his Michigan days. I am a University of Michigan fan, as you guys should know by now. Love him to death. Nothing else can be said. The man had a chip on his shoulder from where he was drafted. Can you believe, as great as he was drafted 199th in the 6th round. And ever since then, he's had a chip on his shoulder, trying to prove that he was the best. It drove him to insane levels, and he proved if he is not the best, it's not too many names in front of him. I don't even want to get in an argument today or debate on who's the best football player of all time or best quarterback of all time. Whichever category that you're looking at, there's not too many names in front of him. If he's not the best, you're not naming too many guys ahead of him. It's just that simple. So the man is great. First ballot Hall of Famer. I'm going on record now by saying, despite the cheating episodes supposedly in New England and all that kind of stuff, if this man is not a unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer, I don't know what they're looking for. It would be a crime if one voter did not vote him in on the first ballot. Matter of fact, it shouldn't even be a discussion in 5 years. That's how long they have to wait until they go into the Hall of Fame. They should just call his name out and just everybody say next name, because it's no doubt that he should be a first ballot unanimous Hall of Famer. No question about it. Shane, am I going to do that? Not today, but I'm going to talk about Jerry today, what I've heard this week. I appreciate you popping in, Shane. Listen, if you're on Podbean right now, let me get this out of the way. If you're on Podbean and if you're on Facebook, it really makes no difference to me. I need you to do me a favor today. If you haven't done it before, if you have, God bless you, like my guy Talib has done it. He's there on YouTube now. But if you're on Facebook now, I need you guys to go to the Big Time Show podcast on YouTube. The Big Time Show podcast. Just type that in on your YouTube. You'll see my videos there, my face. Click on that Big Time symbol that you see. Just subscribe to it. I'm there right now. I'm live there right now. If you don't like that, go to Twitter at Big Time Lou. At Big Time Lou. Go there as well. But I really want you guys to help me build up my channel, YouTube channel, if you can. I'm there live right now. You can go there. I really want to do that. Next week, y'all. Next week is my birthday. Next week is my birthday. So on February the 5th at 3 o'clock, I will be doing the show on my birthday. I ask you for a birthday gift. Just one gift. You know, it ain't going to cost you nothing. It's not going to cost you nothing but just a little work on your hands. Again, go to the Big Time Show podcast on YouTube and subscribe and turn that notification on. And that's your birthday gift to me. I'll take that. I appreciate that. I hope some of you go ahead and do it now. Don't get a head start. I'm going to be pumping it up all week. Next week is my birthday, the exact day. Appreciate you, Mario. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for sharing. If you're on Podbean, it's simple. Whatever time that you're listening at this, whatever place in the world that you're listening to this, go to YouTube, type in the Big Time Show podcast. The Big Time Show podcast. You will see the Big Time symbol there. Just click on and subscribe, and I appreciate it. Now, got that out of the way. Tom Brady is great. Is no doubt about it. Y'all, the NFL, there's a lot of teams happy. Let's get that out of the way, because he has tortured teams for years. He has tortured. I mean, good Lord. I mean, he has broken hearts for years. So there's a lot of people that are excited that he's finally leaving. Let's get that straight. Tampa Bay now goes back to where they were before Brady got there. What was that? Probably a 500 team. You remember what it was when Jameis Winston was there with almost the same crew, and barely won 8 games or something like that. Tampa's in the rebuilding mode. I mean, they went, when Tom got there, they went straight to the top. Tom leaves now, they're probably gonna go straight down to the valley. And so that opens up a lot of different scenarios from now on as far as quarterback goes. There's a starting job that's going to be open in Tampa. And it's going to be an attractive job, too, as far as quarterbacks. And that's for the free agents. Because some of these guys are still under contract, like Mike Evans. And I'm quite sure Gronk is going to retire. I know he's not playing for nobody else. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gronk come out and say he's retiring also. That way he can appreciate you, Devon. Thank you, brother. Thank you for popping in on YouTube, man. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I'm quite sure Gronk would be next to say he's going to retire. So Tampa's about to go back down in the valley. No doubt about that. At least that's just my guess. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people leave Tampa now that they're free agents, try to hook on to a contending team. There's a lot of stuff that happened because Tom retired. No doubt about that. So I'm happy. A lot of people are happy that he is gone because he used to kill people. You have had a hard time. The cheating done it for you, Shane. I get it. A lot of people will hold that to him, but he had too much. His greatness outweighs that mistake that Belichick made. And if we're talking about air in the balls, give me a break. He still had to throw it. Come on now. His greatness outweighs the mistake. He's got way too many great moments instead of the stuff that Belichick did. Come on. He beat them all. He's seen them all. He got a lot of bodies on his resume. Let me just say that. I mean, in the era that he played, Tom Brady has a lot of bodies that he put away. Teams couldn't get to the Super Bowl and have some real great teams because of him and his greatness. But that's enough on Tom. Now, let me get to this other stuff that I want to talk about real quick. And Cowboy fans, let's go to work here. By now, I am quite sure that you have heard Jerry Jones. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys talk today in just a moment because I want to try something out. Y'all going to get involved today. Y'all going to get involved today. It's going to happen. Trust me. Watch. Just watch. I'm going to get y'all involved today. Y'all heard Jerry Jones and what he said. Let me just say this to y'all. I told you guys. I told you. Didn't I tell you? All this talk, all this hypeness, all this fantasy island stuff, y'all. I mean, I told you, calm down. I told you it wasn't going to happen. I told you that. Everybody got excited about Sean Payton. Everybody, Sean Payton. Sean, go get him, Jerry. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go now. Do it now. Fire everybody now. And I was saying, like, ladies and gentlemen, do you understand what you would have to give up to go get a Sean Payton? do we really want to do that? That's what I was telling y'all, and it just did not make any sense to me at all about giving up possibly a first round pick and third round pick and a first round pick for next year and probably about 12, 13, 14, 15 million dollars in cash. And that's not a problem for the Jones family. I get that, but I'm just saying the price tag for getting Sean Payton this season, that's if Sean really wanted to do it, number one. But to get him from this season, considering that he's under contract with the New Orleans Saints and you would have to trade for him. My God, what would we have to trade out of desperation to go get him? It's not worth it. It was not worth it. I don't care what nobody say. It was not worth it. And I'm sorry that, I told you so, but I told you so. And Jerry Jones confirmed everything that I was trying to tell you guys, whether we like it or not. I told you that Mike McCarthy would be the head coach. I told you that it's looking like Jake, what's the boy's name? Kellen Moore will be here again. It's looking like it. And the great news, however, we finally had something to smile about without a doubt, was that Dan Quinn took his name out of consideration for any head coaching jobs. And he said that he would stand here, and the Cowboys gave him some more money and gave him some more years for an extension for being, again, the defensive coordinator. That's great news. The reason why it's great news is because this defense is going to get even, without a doubt. Dan Quinn did a masterful job of picking up a defense that was the worst defense in the league 2 years ago, turned it into I believe the final projections, at least as far as total defense, I believe was 19. Considering they was at 32 last year, 2 years ago and went to 19, that is a huge jump. Of course, mixed in that is that the Cowboys led the league in turnovers in defense. We all know what turnovers mean inside of a game. And when the Cowboys are leading in turnovers, that is huge. That's what will win you a few ball games, if you can win over the turnover battle. Dan Quinn did a masterful job at doing whatever he did. These guys got the football without a doubt, and they are to be commended. You just got the notification, Wendy. I don't know what's going on. I'm here. I'm here. I'm in the house. Thank you for popping in, Wendy. Thank you so much. I love the hire, or I love the fact that Quinn is staying with us. It gives him a whole year now that he knows the personnel. Now that he knows what he has in Michael Parsons. Now that he knows what he has in a healthy DeMarcus Lawrence. Now that he knows what he has in Gregory and Osi and Mr. Lord have mercy Diggs. Now that he knows all this, obviously he gets to play around a little bit more, study the defense, make it even better. Now, to go to what Shane asked me earlier, let's look at this. For instance, there's a dilemma about Randy Gregory and re-signing him because we don't know exactly what Randy Gregory is going to ask for. And if the price tag is too high, you might need to let him walk. Well, Dan Quinn now knows that if you put Michael Parsons on that line, he's going to have a chance to have a 20-sack season. He's that good, and he really don't know nothing. He's just using raw athletic ability, maybe one move, and he just wreaks complete havoc from lining up down low on the defensive line. He now knows that. He's going to find a way to make it even better, even from the linebacker position. Dan Quinn also, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember, all of these guys, when we start talking about the free agents, Curse, KZ, Neal, in particular, those three, remember, these were the guys that played with Quinn. So Quinn obviously had a lot of conversation and say-so on who these free agents were. He said, I needed that guy. They got him that guy. He said, I need Javon Curse. I need KZ. I need Neal. They can help us. But you see, they were on the team. That lets you know that Dan Quinn kind of picks his guys for his defense. That's good to know, because here we are again, getting ready for draft before long. Dan Quinn is going to pick his type of guys. Considering that the year that we had defensively, I trust Dan Quinn in getting the right players for this defense. I love it. So I celebrate that 100% of the Dan Quinn coming back, giving them an extension, everything else. I have no problem. Oh yeah, Shane, I'm coming. You touching me. Which leads, of course, to the next thing, which was the stamp of approval for Coach Mike McCarthy. This is where everybody has a problem. All I can tell you is get used to it, because I knew that Mike McCarthy was not going anywhere, at least next year. I mean, this coming up season. I knew he wasn't leaving. I knew it. Now, next season, after the season over with, come visit me again if the Lord allows me to live here. I'm just like Shane. I believe that, let me put this comment up. I think this is something that most people kind of can agree on. He says that we're going to next season with a lame duck coach, and the players know it. I think that is the truth, because I really believe that Jerry Jones, even though he came out and gave the stamp of approval, and he did talk about Sean Payton in his interview, if you heard it, he is not, hey, Cedric Scott, I see you, brother. He said we need to get more physical on both sides of the ball. Oh, no question about that. No question. And that ties in, Cedric, to what I'm getting ready to say now. Coach McCarthy was going to be safe, but with Sean Payton dangling out there, and Sean in his exit said, he just want to take off. He probably, he said he did want to, probably coach again. That's the little bait out there. And Sean is going to have a lot of people knocking at his door for coaching, without a doubt. But please understand that if Jerry Jones comes after Sean Payton will be a Dallas Cowboy coach. No question about that. And I truly believe that, I don't know what the standards would be this year for Coach McCarthy and this staff, but the standards is going to be extremely high in order for him to keep his job. So the NFC East is not going to be good enough. I really don't believe that the first round playoff win would be good enough. In order for Coach McCarthy, it's just me talking. I'm not putting, saying I know it all at all. I just really believe that Coach McCarthy is going to have to get minimum to the NFC Championship game next year before we even start having a conversation about him keeping his job. I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. I believe that if Sean Payton would have retired or whatever he did, or if he would have retired 4 weeks ago. Hey, Apostle Allen, I see you. If he would have done it 4 weeks ago, I think that y'all's dream may have been worth talking about. It's just that he had already kind of, Stephen had came out there on 105.3 The Fan a couple weeks ago, endorsed McCarthy. McCarthy had his interview, say he's talking to Jerry, very, very confident about his job. This is all before Sean Payton even talk even about it in the time. I just know how things go with Jerry. I believe that if he would have heard that before, we might have a conversation about that. But nevertheless, Sean Payton will be there. Casey says that it's talking about the power. Sean Payton is one of those guys that you just can't say you bringing him in to be the head coach. He's earned the right to tell the owner what it's going to take for him to come. And common sense will tell you that's what he had in New Orleans. He had power. He had the last say on football decisions with the Saints. Surely he's not going to come to Dallas just to be the head coach. No. He's going to want power. And he's going to want decision making. That, of course, is opposite of what Jerry Jones likes. But in order to get a guy like that, that's what you're going to have to give up. So it's going to be interesting to see. This upcoming season, we're a long way away from it. But I agree with Shane that, you know, he very well may just be a lame duck coach. Other than him, he's got to win big in order for him to even just have a conversation about wanting to keep the job, which leads now to what Cedric Scott just a few minutes ago was talking about when he said we need to get more physical on both sides of the ball. I'm gonna say it again. I don't think we're gonna have that problem defensively. That's what Dan Quinn is about. He's gonna get some more guys in, whether it's draft or free agent, is gonna match his style of play. Our defense was physical. Offensive side, we were like cotton candy, soft as cotton candy. Totally ridiculous. And that's where Kellen Moore comes into play. Kellen Moore is going to be our offensive coordinator next year. I know y'all hoping that the Dolphins, since he got his second interview, I know you guys are hoping that the Dolphins hire him. I do too, but it's not going to happen. Jerry has already put out, if you heard the interview, that he believes Kellen Moore is going to be here. He's talked to Kellen Moore. He believes that it's going to happen. He believes this coaching staff is going to stay intact. So, bottom line, if it is what Jerry Jones thinks, let me ask you guys. If you got Coach McCarthy here, you got Kellen Moore again, you got Dan Quinn, what are we really expecting different? Help me. Because, see, I'm in the belief that the talent level is going to have to override bad coaching and bad management. That's what I've always said. I'll say it again. That the talent level is going to have to override bad management decisions and bad coaching. That includes time management. That includes play calling. The talent level is going to have to. That's a position that I think we're in. In other words, you know how everybody looks at our roster and say they got this, they got that, they got 3 receivers, they got Micah Parsons, they got Trayvon Diggs, they got DeMarcus Lawrence, they got Zach Martin, they call it out individual talent. It's going to have to be that way because I don't see how many years do I got to keep saying the same thing about Kellen Moore and this play call? This is every year. He don't run the football. He don't run it. So I only want to hear about folks talking about run the ball, Look, stop it. He's not running the football. He should run the ball, but some lady got to switch to what he is. Get out of fantasy land. He's not running the football. He's not. He's going to line up a shotgun. They're going to try to make Dak the MVP, which is wrong. And they're going to try to make Dak throw the ball 40 plus times a game. And we just going to, it's the same thing. Same screenplay. Same throw Zeke up the middle. No fullback, just run up the middle. Same play. Same slants. Same. Hello. So I'm not very optimistic. I'm not saying we're not gonna win games. I thought the talent level is good enough just to win games, but I'm not optimistic. Now, when you telling me you bringing me the same people in, thank you, Ron. Ron, what's up, Ron? Ron, I don't know who you are, but appreciate it exactly. Ron on Podbean just says Dallas has all the talent in the world. That's what he said. That Ron on Podbean just said that. Ron, are you a Dallas Cowboy fan? That's the first thing I need. Or what are you? Are you, I mean, who you roll with? What's your team? Because even the haters know. Ron said he's a Vikings fan. So even non-Cowboy fans understand what we have. You see what I'm saying? Ron is a perfect example. Appreciate you, Ron. Ron, let's do me a favor, brother. I don't know where are you from, man? Y'all excuse me while I talk to my guy. This is his first time. I don't remember him coming in on the show. Ron, where are you from? Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque, New Mexico in the house. Ron, if you do not mind, brother, do me a favor. First of all, since you're on Podbean, I need you to like the show right on Podbean, if you don't mind. If you do that for me, I appreciate it. Then, second of all, I'm to type this in just for you, as you being our special guest. I hope you become part of the family by hanging with me when I go live. I'm typing this in now. You see that? Whoa, excuse me. That's not it, Ron. Let me type it again for you. I need you to go to your YouTube page so that you can follow me there as well, just in case you want to see me live and in color. I'm there live and in color. Look at that second one there, Ron. If you got YouTube on your phone, go to that and subscribe to it. And if you're going there, let me know when you get there and just type in something. Let me see something. Shane, I'm sorry for y'all comments. I got other things. Y'all hold on a second now. Don't leave, because I got a little small surprise for you guys. He said, I think we will be okay on defense. We will be okay, Shane. Problem is Kellen Moore and his play calling, McCarthy's game management. Exactly. My brother Gary says, I'm already looking at tape, Bishop. So if Gregory walks, you slide Parsons in Gregory's spot, then you drive the outside linebacker at 24, or trade out the first pick and get an additional second and a fifth. Get your old offensive line straight in your safety. Christian Harris, outside linebacker from Alabama, will be there at 24. Now, I love all the scenarios you just came up with, Shane. A lot of people looking for that guy from Georgia, Dane, also. May be there as well. Either one would be good for me as far as drafting. I like that trade out too. I like that too. We have to get offensive line help this year. Our guys are getting older. Bodies are breaking down. The dream is over right by now. You know, we don't want to just have a guy there for out of reputation. Tyron Smith, whether you guys know it, I forgot what publication it was, but he was voted an All-Pro on there. And I'm like, how in the world did he become an All-Pro? How in the world did he become a Pro Bowl? He ain't played with 5-6 games. I mean, how? I mean, I don't get it. So to let you know, guys are sometimes getting all these accolades by reputation, not by production, by reputation. That's what Tyron Smith is now. We need to get everybody. What's up, Joe? Joe is from Italy listening in. What's going on? Shane says, I think the Cowboys let Dalton Schultz go to free agency. The reason why, Shane, that probably will happen because Dalton Schultz has demanded some money. He's played well enough that he can ask for a little cash, and probably more cash than what the Cowboys are willing to pay. Schultz has played well for these 2 years, if you ask me. And he probably is, commanded a little money that Cowboys probably would not be willing to pay. So I like Schultz. I wish that he would stay because Dak likes him. He's almost a nice little security blanket for Dak. He always seems to be open. He always makes You know, I always seem to make the right catch and has a little wiggle in him and can get up the field. I like Schultz. I hope that he stays. That's me, but it's hard to keep guys that I don't like Jarvis leave only because he's never been known as a blocker. Now he is it's okay, Joe. Appreciate you popping in. He's a more of a threat pass catching than Schultz is. But he's never been a blocker. Never. So I guess some folks would say, well, Schultz don't do too well either, but Schultz is a better blocker than Jarwin is, without a doubt. So the best blocking tight end on this roster last year was Sprinkle, but he's not known as a receiver. That's who the best blocker was at tight end. But it is what it is. So appreciate you, Ron. Who else, Johnny? Tilly Work. Hello, wherever you are. Ron's still in the house. Okay. I'm not optimistic, y'all. I'm not optimistic. I've seen enough of Kellen Moore to know what he brings to the table. I don't know why people are wishing upon a star, thinking that things are really going to change. There's nothing really going to change. He does not run the football. He get inside the 10-yard line. He runs the shotgun. He throws bubble screens. He still, it's the same Kellen Moore. In his defense, if you'll let me say that, he probably will have the number one offense in the league again because they do move the ball from 20 to 20. Just, it's situational football that Kellen Moore has a problem with. I'm still irritated by the 49er game plan in which Tony Pollard only carried the ball 4 times in the game. I don't care what I just don't, Gary Bryant said O.J. Howard's a free agent. The only thing about O.J., Gary, is he stay hurt. And he young. I mean, he been hurt since he got drafted. When he's on the field, he's a factor. He almost reminds me of Evan Ingram from the Giants. Loaded with talent, but can never stay on the field. Never. O.J. Howard has been hurt since he left Alabama. He's just not dependable at all. He's almost just like Tyron Smith. And, I'm just saying, it's not a matter of when. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. It's going to happen. It's almost kind of like Anthony Davis with the Lakers. It's not if he's going to get hurt. It's when he's going to get hurt. You just know it. You know it's going to happen. I don't know. Some guys just like that. Joe makes a great statement, which we kind of hit on before. Says one thing we need to beef up our offensive line. We need to get some maulers on this offensive line. Somebody said something about being physical. I believe it was Cedric Scott. I don't know if he's still here or not. But Cedric Scott said we need to get physical on both sides of the ball. Well, you do that starting up front. You don't need guys. But again, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. How do we really know? Watch this. How do we really know? And this is what I've been saying about Kellen Moore all the time. How do we really know if these guys really are physical? You really don't know that because they pass blocking all the time. You don't know. You don't say that an offensive line is physical because they pass blocking. No. If Zeke Elliott get the ball 12 times, which is just about his average, and Tony Pollard gets it under 5 times, which again is above his average, that means only 17 times the offensive line went forward in run blocking. Now all the other 45 to 50 times been backing up on your heels, pass blocking. I don't know how physical they really could be. I don't know. We don't know. Think about it, y'all. Look how many times Dak threw the ball over 35 times in the game this season. And then look at our running back. You find out how physical. You don't become a mauler on offensive line by backing up, pass blocking. You don't do that. Only thing they say about you bagging up, pass blocking is that they say, wow, they can really protect their quarterback pretty good. That's all they say. You don't know how deadly our offensive line is. I don't know. We don't run the ball enough to really know. We don't wear teams down long enough to find out how dominant they could be in the fourth quarter. Because by the time the fourth quarter comes, we only ran the ball 9 times in a game. Come on, man. So I don't know. So Joe, I agree we need to get the offensive line, because the only reason why I'm saying that is because the time has come that we got to start depending on people like Tyron Smith for sure, who's always hurt. And the truth be told, Lyle Collins stay hurt too. Lyle Collins stays hurt. I mean, and good Lord, I love Zach, but how much longer can we depend on him before he started breaking down? Connor Williams should be gone. Why? See, when y'all tell me that Connor Williams is gone, then I get excited. When and it ain't been determined yet. When y'all tell me or the news come across my phone and say Connor Williams is finally gone, then I will say, okay, now we trying to do something. Because see, as of right now, the resume says that the Dallas Cowboys are very loyal to Connor Williams. Every time we think he gone, he right back there in the star lineup, 52. Rise and shine, right there. So I don't see it. I gotta see it. I gotta see something different. See, I'm in this firm belief of this, and this is what Dan Quinn is gonna have to, unfortunately, a lot of pressure is gonna be on him this year. And it's not because he can't call defense. When you have the same offensive coordinator, you have these same struggles, and you got all these guys, we already know what Kellen Moore brings to the table. Mike McCarthy is not going to say nothing. I mean, ain't nothing for the change. He's going to be right there just with a headset on like I got on right now, as you can see. And he's just going to be sitting there. He's not going to mess with Kellen Moore. And so because of the offense, which I'm expecting the offense to look real great 1 or 2 games, then they'll look like they're struggling the next 2 and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be the same roller coaster ride. Therefore, the defense had to become dominant. See, when you have a team like we have, somebody has to be dominant. That's the only way we're going to win. The defense who's closest to the dominant stage more than the offense, as far as I'm concerned, they need to become dominant. I'm talking about, like, give us this same offense like we had last year, which was number 1 in the league, but give me my defense being a top 10 defense. And I believe we would have won 14 games. That's what I'm saying. Somebody has to be dominant. We can't. When I say dominant, I'm talking about holding teams under 22 points or something. Anything under that is like just nasty. Our offense can do it, but we're front runners. I mean, ain't nothing changed, y'all. We're a front running team. When we get behind, we all know the movie script. I mean, it ain't nothing changed. Nothing. Kellen Moore is gonna be there. Mike McCarthy is gonna be there. Dan Quinn is gonna be there. Bones, our special teams coach, is gonna be there. So all this excitement about Sean Payton and all this excitement about names, and look, folks were calling out for McAdoo to be the offensive coordinator. McAdoo got another job. That's gone. Folks, I mean, come on now. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Same head coach, same defensive coordinator, probably gonna be the same offensive coordinator, same special team coach. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Nothing. Jerry Jones still delusional. You know, still trying to say this and that and full vote of confidence and saying we're gonna build off next year and all that kind of stuff. He's already trying to give the hope train and all that. I'm losing hope. Now y'all feel the way y'all want to feel about it. I mean, I'm gonna be a fan forever, but I'm losing hope. It seemed to me, y'all, whether it's players or whether it's a coach or something, it seemed like whenever there's a chance to make a Super Bowl type move, we never make it. Exactly, Joe. It just seems like when there's a chance to make some type of Super Bowl move, whether that's free agency, whether that's re-signing somebody, some of y'all want a new coach, whether it's getting the right type of coach or coordinator in, whatever it is, it seems like we just can't hit the jackpot. We're totally dependent upon the draft and hoping the guys in the draft have a year like Trayvon Diggs' first year and second year, and Parsons. Hopefully the guys hit while they're in their rookie contracts, and then take it from there. That's really where we are. Draft and develop, which leads I don't get it, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all hear me out. I understand you build your football. Stephen Jones just made me throw up. We believe in he said that we believe in drafting our guys and developing. That's what he said. We just believe in drafting we don't believe in paying high price free agents. We believe in getting free agents that fit, and then we believe in drafting and developing our players. In the meantime, I'm looking at a team that play on tomorrow, the Rams, who said, look, we don't care nothing about tomorrow. That's what I saw Tampa Bay do a couple years ago. We don't care nothing about tomorrow. We don't care. We're talking about now. The Rams said this. The Super Bowl is in our stadium this coming up season. We feel like, Sean McVay say, we feel like we're one quarterback away. Wait a minute, Mr. McVay. You have Goff. He was the first overall pick in the draft. Sean McVay said it's not good enough. Sean McVay said we're one quarterback away from us going to the Super Bowl. Well, what you gonna do about it, Sean? I'm trading away my first round pick. I'm gonna trade around my fifth round pick or whatever, and I'm gonna mortgage the farm on good old Matthew Stafford. And if you give me Matthew Stafford, they saying I'm going to the Super Bowl. That's what McVay said. Well, what about all this? What about your salary cap? I mean, I don't care nothing about no salary cap. I don't care nothing about no draft. Get Von Miller's agent on the phone, please. But he's older. Get Von Miller's agent on the phone, please. But what about the draft? We're gonna win the division anyway. We're gonna be in the playoffs. We don't care nothing about drafting at 28, 29, 30, or 31. We don't care nothing about that. Get Von Miller's agent on the phone, please. Matthew Stafford ain't never won nothing before. He was at Detroit all that time. I see something. Get me Matthew Stafford. Ain't no quarterback in the draft anyway. Golf can't get me what I'm looking for. Matter of fact, when you finish calling Von Miller, call Odell Beckham's agent, please. we gonna go on trade and get him too. And ladies and gentlemen, where the Rams playing tomorrow? I mean, are the Rams playing tomorrow? So we can't say that system does not work, right? We saw Tampa do it. When he got Gronk, Gronk was in the WWE. Gronk was in the WWE, y'all. Huh? Go give me Antonio Brown, Tom Brady said. Give me Antonio. You mean that crazy guy? You know, that guy that causes trouble? Go get me Antonio Brown, I said. What was the end result? World champions. The Rams are playing in the NFC Championship game at home with a chance to go to the Super Bowl in their home stadium. So please don't tell me going out to high price free agents or paying the system don't work. Look, I thought Jerry Jones said he want to win. We ain't got time to build. Your window is closing with this team. This offensive line is almost dead as far as good years go. It's almost over. We don't have time to draft and develop. This offense that we have, this defense that we put together, it was designed to win now. We ain't got time. We don't have time. And it seems like the Cowboys just won't make the move to go ahead and put the icing on the cake and put them over the top. They want to draft and develop. They want to draft and develop. Really? Okay. That's why we home, and that's why the team that rolled the dice like that is about to play, in my opinion, in the last two Super Bowls. So whoever is listening, yes, I'm picking the Rams to beat the 49ers tomorrow, to make the Super Bowl. And it's going to be kind of hard for people to say, well, you can't trade away your future. Not when teams going to the Super Bowl and winning it. You think the Buccaneers aren't pleased even though Brady retired? You don't think that the Buccaneers are pleased with the service that Brady gave them? They got a world championship after the deal. Please understand, they're very happy with what Tom Brady brought to this team. If you win one Super Bowl, please understand that they're very happy. Joe said, you think Jerry Jones signing Randy Gregory? I believe he would like to, Joe, but it's all going to depend on what Randy Gregory is asking for. Randy Gregory will. Look, there are going to be some teams that will offer Randy Gregory a whole bunch of money. He's earned it. He's dangerous like that. Now, I don't know if they want to bring in the potential problems. You know, ever since they kind of toned down the weed part, Randy, I'm quite sure Randy, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm serious. I believe Randy's been mighty smooth. Because I'm quite sure he done smoked up a lot of stuff. That's just him. I don't know if other teams are willing to deal with it. But that's what he brings to the table. He's going to be there on Sundays and Mondays and Thursday nights. He's going to be ready to play. But, you don't know what you want to bring inside your locker room. The Cowboys have been loyal to Randy Gregory. Don't mean he had to be loyal to them, but I'm quite sure Jerry is going to put his bid in for Randy to take. He'll make more money than he ever made, but he don't want to pay him no 10, 11, 12 million dollars a year. I guarantee that. He don't want to do that. Shane said, I honestly think Stephen Jones setting up all this to get rid of Dak in 2 years. We'd be drafting a quarterback in 3 years. But Shane, let me put it like this. You get the kind of money Dak got. I told y'all that, a few shows ago, there's expectations that come with that. And it is what it is. That comes with the thoughts that you're supposed to be the guy, and you're supposed to be the guy that can carry us to a Super Bowl. Well, that's what we're looking for. Matthew Stafford, Matthew Stafford whole narrative. If Matthew Stafford wins tomorrow, the Rams win tomorrow, the whole narrative of Matthew Stafford will change, because there will be people that will say, well, I guess it was the bad team, because when he got on a good team in his first attempt, he took him to the Super Bowl. So I'm just saying, that's how quick things can change. So if the Rams win tomorrow, please understand, the whole narrative of Matthew Stafford will change immediately. You will look at Matthew Stafford differently from now on. You won't even look. You can't hold Detroit over him no more. All them years. If he gets to the Super Bowl tomorrow, you will change your conversation about Matthew Stafford, because a lot of people thought he was gonna blow up. And hell, hey, tomorrow game got to be played. He just might blow up tomorrow. He might. But if he doesn't and carry the Rams to Super Bowl, look out. And that's what Dak has to do. His narrative has to change. Right now, what is Dak's narrative? His narrative is, and y'all can get mad at me all you want, this is his narrative. His narrative is that his talk and conversation, the great things that are talked about him are more outside of the football field. He's a great leader. He's a good man. He's great in the community. He's a great leader. But on the field, it ain't too many commas. On the field, it's not too many commas. He ain't got nothing on his resume. Nothing. Other than an NFC East championship. A few of them. He's gotten better every year. I say that. I will give him that. He's gotten better every year. But he ain't got nothing real on his resume. No. Nothing. And sooner or later, that narrative has to change. On the field, this is his narrative. Just can't win the big one. That's his narrative. He ain't won. He's been to the playoff a couple times. It's the same script. They get way behind early. That closes the gap and make the score look respectable. At the end of the game, guess what? We on the short end of the stick. He's 1-4 in the playoffs. And every playoff game, he just about had the same script, with the exception of the game he won against Detroit. Seattle, I'm sorry. I'm serious, y'all. That's his narrative. Now, he's nominated for Man of the Year, NFL Man of the Year. That's off the field. On the field, he can't even make the Pro Bowl. Don't get mad at me. I'm just telling you. These are the facts. And sooner or later, everybody still love Dak, and I love him too, but sooner or later, you got to tell the truth about him before long. I'm just a little bit ahead of you. It is what it is. What does Janet Jackson say? What have you done for me lately? What has he done? What has he done? He won the NFCs. Yeah, okay. Woo. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay, yeah. He did that. I give you that. What else has he done? All right. So, end of that. Now, this is what I want you guys to do. Because we're going to try this out. I think I finally got it. I'm going to try this out right now. Let's see how this works. If you're on Podbean, you have that call in button. All you got to do is press it. I'll see it eventually and I'll come. If you're on Facebook or whatever, there it is right there. If you're on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, whatever, watching live, go ahead and call in right now. There it is, 901-654 6853. You want to come in and talk about anything that I talked about, you can do it now. We're going to try this out and see if I know what I'm doing. All you have to do is make that call. I'll see it. I'm looking now. You can call in and make your comments known. We can have discussion whether you agree with me or don't want to agree with me or got a problem with what I said. Just be respectful and we'll move on and we can talk about it. All right? It's over there for you. I got it there. If not, I'll just keep talking. Call in at any time and make sure nobody's called in on Podbean. Okay. We'll roll with that. All right. So there it is for you. Those that are going to come in, y'all can call in anytime. We'll try to talk it out. But I'm not optimistic, y'all. Somebody help me. Please tell me why y'all optimistic. Why? What's up, Coach? I see you, Coach. What's up? Coach Breedlove in the house from South Carolina. Good to see you, bro. Y'all tell me why y'all optimistic. I don't see no changes. I see a team that has gotten older. I see a team that's going to lose a few players. I'm happy about Dan Quinn. I'm excited about him. I know the defense is going to get even better. I know that. But if you're telling me McCarthy and Moore still here, Kellen Moore, I'm not excited. We got Kellen Moore. Well, we still got the 3 receivers. Well, more than get them the ball. All right, somebody's calling in.
Call from.
Okay.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hold on, y'all.
Press 2.
Hey. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Tyler from here.
Hey, I didn't catch your name, but what's going on? First of all, this is my first time doing this. Give me a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a caller on. Can you guys hear him? Say something, brother.
Yes, this is Charlie from New York.
Hey, somebody from New York is calling. Can y'all hear him? Somebody say yes, no. Somebody say something very quickly. Sounds great. All right, I can hear you. Go ahead, man. What you got to say? You agree with me or not?
Let me ask. I'm optimistic.
Okay.
I'm optimistic because we got Dan Quinn coming back.
Okay.
I'm optimistic because I think Dak is going to step up and become a better player, a better quarterback. I expect him to read defenses much better. Maybe audible out of some of that stuff that Kellen likes to call, and maybe go to Cooper and CD Lamb a lot more instead of checking off. So I'm optimistic. I think Dak is going to step up and play this year.
You are the first call I got, so let me challenge you just a little bit. I'm not challenging you to make you look bad. I'm just wanting to discuss it out because there are probably a lot of people that are saying the same thing. First thing you said, that you expect Dak to get better, look better. I agree with you 100% because what we do know about Dak Prescott is his work ethic, and he has gotten better every single year. He has taken it to another level. I'm not even going to argue with you on that. That part that you talked about, however, him audibly, he did do that. He did that this year. If you remember, early in the year, Kellen Moore kind of put him under the bus. I'm still mad at that. Let me just say that. Kellen Moore said that I call running plays, and then Dak checked out of it. Now, what offensive coordinator sends his quarterback under the bus like that? I'm still irritated by that because he didn't want that heat on him. So he wanted to put Dak under the heat. So Dak, from our understanding, Dak has control of the offense, and he has the power, of course, to check out of plays and call other plays. So he has done that.
Right.
And then at the same time, brother, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I can't even argue with you because, too much, because here are the facts. Kellen Moore has the number one offense in the league. It don't get no higher than number one. It's just situationally football that I got a serious problem with Kellen Moore with in his, formation style. He has creativity. He does move the ball, but it's the same. They got a little hot in the red zone at the end of the year last year. Primarily, it's like we're built to front run, and when we get behind, that's not where we're real good at all. As a matter of fact, our game ain't really built for it, and then it's play call. I mean, help me out, brother. Let's talk real quick. I don't mean to get off your stuff, but let's talk. Tell me why he doesn't run the ball. Help me. Why doesn't he run the ball?
Well, that's not his. Well, I mean, I think you alluded to this because I try to watch your podcast a lot too. I mean, that's not his. He's a Boise State guy. They don't run the ball. That's really not his. As you said, that's really not his thing. That's not his forte.
Yeah,
I mean, he wants to run the ball. He wants to run the ball, of course, because he likes to play action off of that. But you're talking about him running the ball 20, 25 times, 30. That's not his thing. He's not going to do that. That's not where he comes from.
Doc, I can't even give him play action when you don't even run it. You run the play action with the threat of running. I mean, it just don't. He don't even run it all. Anytime the Tony Pollard thing, I just don't get it. After all that talk, man, did you hear all the interviews?
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Can I ask a question? So let me ask this, right?
Yes, sir.
After about week 6, week 7, right? Prior to that, this offense was gangbusters. People were talking about Dak being in the MVP race. And after about week 6, week 7, this offense just fell off. Was it a situation where, hey, defensively, other teams just adjusted and Kellen Moore could not readjust? I mean, what happened after week 6, week 7?
Schematically.
Was it a Dak thing? Yeah. Was Dak, yes, I know he had an injury to the calf.
Well, let's get the fundamentals out the way. Number one, and those that might want to call, I'm about to free it up, but my brother's on here. He's the first one, so I'm going to talk to him. Schematically, first, offensive line was horrible, and I don't care who you are. If your line is not good, it make no difference what you do. If they're not good. Tyron Smith hurt. I think they were horrible in not standing firm in what they were seeing. The truth of the matter is, Steele played better right tackle than Lyle Collins did this year, and you shouldn't have took him out of the lineup. But we're so loyal to the money that we're paying people that we just gonna force it upon ourselves while you got guys sitting on the bench. The real truth, this one should have happened. How many weeks does Connor Williams have to get his butt kicked before you finally make a change? They tried to do that with McGovern, but McGovern wasn't that much better. The move would have been to move Lyle Collins back to guard and put Steele at right tackle. And then I would have said, let's go ahead and roll and see what happens from here. That's what I would have done. And forget who mouth, who lip is poked out and all that kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous. Now, schematically, however, they decided to run a 2-deep kind of shell offense, the same thing they did to Mahomes. Mahomes was so used to getting the big play, and that's what he wanted, and that's what he was throwing into, and that's why he struggled. Then all of a sudden he changed. He said, okay, I'm really going to take what you're giving me. And he was throwing underneath, and guys were making plays, and then every now and then they'll open things up and we just never had that. Zeke was not a threat out the backfield. You know, they didn't put Pollard in enough to even feature that at all. You know, the way our offense runs, you know, slants and comeback routes, that's what should have been. Well, we ran slants, but that wasn't nothing. And then, of course, the major thing, and Shane, if you're watching, Shane just put it up there, brother. He said penalties hurt us too, which was, of course, a major problem. We can't recover. We don't have the type of offense that will recover from 1st and 20. You know, we just don't do well like that. We're just not built that way. So a lot of things happened, but I believe it was more schematically to slow us down. I remember at the first part of the year, which goes back to what I was saying earlier, when you run a 2-share high safety look, the first thing you need to do is go and run the football because you don't have a loaded box. That's what we were doing at the beginning of the year. And for some reason, we just got off of it. We didn't stick to what the defense was giving us. And maybe, again, that may have to do with the offensive line being hurt. So when you mix it all together, you know, we can nitpick and point here and there. Everybody's going to be right. I'm not even coming against what you're saying at all. I believe you are right. It is what it is. So appreciate you, brother. Hey, I'm going to feature this call-in line. You definitely let me know that it works. I am so glad that you did, man. And please don't let this be the last time you call in, man.
Yes, sir. Love the show. Keep up the good work, man. I subscribe to you through YouTube, to your podcast on YouTube. So love the content. Keep up the good show, man.
Appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you for calling.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Yay. Come on, everybody clap your hands. I clap for you. I clap. I'm clapping. My phone line works. Anybody on pod, man? No, nobody want to talk on pod, but you know, check that. Hey, the phone line is open. The brother has some great points. Shane brought out, say, the field goal kicker too. Yeah, that's another whole issue within itself. We rarely talk about special teams, but my God, I mean, Greg Zuerlein, he got the leg. You just didn't know where it was going. He still Greg the leg. Now, there ain't no doubt about that. The question is, when he kick it, where is it going? Because I know a lot of places where it didn't go. It didn't go between the uprights. You know, we got to make it. You know, that's the other thing. I've seen kickers from Dallas lose their job for less. And every time somebody say something about Greg Zuerlein, he's our kicker. He's our guy. He's our this. He's our that. I mean, good Lord. I mean, how many field goals do you need to miss before you change that narrative? Coach asked me, coach playing my producer now. Coach Breedlove said, thoughts on changes to improve the secondary. I think without a doubt, Coach, beyond Joe said more like Greg, the broken leg. You got that right. Coach Breedlove brings up a great point. I think Kelvin Joseph, barring injury, barring anything crazy or anything like that, Gary said asthma field. I think Kelvin Joseph is going to be our starter next year. You can see his momentum building as the year progressed in the last probably 4 to 5 weeks. Anthony Brown, overall, you know, I got to give him credit. Overall, when you add it all up, Anthony Brown had a pretty good year. He did. He still got baked a few times. We know that. But Anthony Brown was not horrible like he was in the last couple of years. He made some plays. He covered pretty well. You know, I coach said no AB needs to go too many first downs. I would keep him for the slot, Coach. Hey, Mike, Coach, I keep him for slot purposes. I know everybody loves Jordan Lewis. I get that. But I think Kelvin is going to the outside. Yeah, exactly. Coach says not the touchdowns, but the extension of the drive. Yeah, especially toward the latter part of the year. He was the guy that quarterbacks obviously wanted to pick on. They weren't too excited about going to Diggs' side at all. He did at least make teams think about throwing over there, though Diggs was getting whipped on double moves all year long. We saw that. He's so aggressive that he wants to make that play, that he gets cooked on double moves, and we saw that even in the 49er game. So I'm quite sure Diggs gonna work on that during the offseason. But I really do believe Boss Man Fat, Kelvin Joseph, same guy, probably is gonna be the adjustment that's made there. Now, Coach, this is what has to happen, and I believe that this is what Dan Quinn is gonna come into play. I believe that Mr. Curse will be signed now. Javon Curse, we got to sign him. He brought a lot more than the tackles that he made. I argue and say he should have made the Pro Bowl this year. Now that's me. But he brings an attitude to this team and an edge that you just got to have on defense. I think with Quinn staying, I believe Quinn is going to push hard for Curse to be back next year. I believe that. KZ, KZ was not, nothing to really shout about. Malik Hooker, I don't know what they're going to do with him. We always still in that same thing that we always say we need to draft a safety. I mean, we say this every year. So we might be here again with that. Then, of course, you got the draft. There's a lot of pretty good cornerbacks in there, and who knows? I'm interested to see how well Nashawn Wright gets better. I want to see how he gets better during this offseason. That'll be a nice piece to the puzzle if he can step it up a little bit more from the secondary position. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen on that. All right, the call-in line is open, y'all. Coach said the tight end position as well. We talked about that a little bit earlier, Coach. I think Schultz has demanded. I think he's earned the right to demand a little bit of money, and I believe a team would pay him some money. I just don't think the Cowboys are going to go overboard to do it. But I think Schultz has earned the right to say, hey, give me about $8-9 million, and some team will do it too. He has produced in these last couple of years that he's been the starter. No doubt about that. He's been very productive. And he's played himself into some money. And of course, we can't keep everybody. The question is, if you want to go that route, the question is, what are we going to do about Gallup? His injury, unfortunately, brings him back into play. I think everybody had him gone because a team would give him some money. But with the injury now, I don't know. Joe said you think they were franchise tag sure. I don't know. I don't think, if anything, I can't see it. Gary said, let's Schultz walk Gallup a 1-year prove deal. The bad thing about Gallup is that he hurt his knee so far into the season that, the question would be, when will he be ready? ACLs are a little bit different for everybody. The question is, when will he be ready? He's definitely not going to be ready at training camp. If you ask me, I don't think he will. And if he does, we know he ain't going to play. That's for sure. Not in the preseason. So I don't know about Gallup. I agree with Gary. I think that the injury, of course, will hurt him in free agency. And it might put us in a position to, to sit down and talk with him and take care of him. Dak will have a lot to say about that. He'll be ready by training camp, yeah. I believe Dak is going to have a lot to say about that. Dak has earned the right to say, hey, I need this guy. I believe Dak going to have a lot to say about that. Vander Rush needs to go. I agree, Coach. And also keep in mind, as far as that goes, a lot of people have forgotten that Cox will be ready next year. Byron Cox, his star was rising before he got injured. He was starting to get on the field a little bit. Cox will be ready to go next year. I believe we will be drafting linebacker in the draft. Don't ask me where, but I believe that would be the case because I'm not sure if Neal will be here next year. I'm not sure. So I know there's one of Quinn's guys, but you really didn't have a pretty good, a decent year, if you ask me. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cox comes back real strong. I believe that if Gregory leaves, Michael Parsons is going to get a lot of work down there at defensive end. We may be drafting a few linebackers, if not signing a few, if you ask me. All right. As far as linebacker goes, Jerry Garrett had developed McKeon, who he gets open. He just don't get a lot of opportunities. I don't know how well he blocks, however, but it is what it is. The call-in line is open, ladies and gentlemen. I'm waiting on y'all. I'm waiting on somebody to call in. My phone line works now. I'm waiting on y'all. I feel like a real podcaster now. I feel like I can let people come in and talk. Actually, I can bring you in live and y'all can see, the face. I can bring people into the show, live. Coach says losing Gregory is a bad move. All depends on how much you're going to ask for, Coach. I mean, talent-wise, I agree with you, but good Lord. If he asking for $13, $14 million, I mean, it's almost kind of like Robert Quinn. Quinn was an all-pro this year from Chicago. I think he had, 17, 18 sacks. He got double digits with us, and then went to Chicago. And it's been lighting it up ever since. But Chicago offered him some serious money, and I can't blame him. The Cowboys weren't going to offer him $12, $13 million, Robert Quinn. They weren't going to do that. And I don't think they're going to do it to Gregory either. We talk about Stephen Jones, y'all. Coach Breedlove, look, we're talking about Stephen Jones. So let's not forget who we are, okay? We're talking about Stephen Jones. That bargain chip general manager thing, who ain't giving up no real money. Come on now. He'll draft 2 or 3 guys and hope he can get 12 sacks by committee. That's how he operates. He'll get a Dorrance Armstrong, whoever else, the guy that we had from Utah that we let go. Oh my God, what's his name? Never hardly got on the field. Nye. He'll get an Armstrong, a Bradley, a Nye. He'll get that kid that made the team off Hard Knocks and hope that between them 3, you can get about 8 sacks. That's how Stephen Jones is. He don't go get that guy. The only reason why Gregory still is because he had so much trouble. Gregory had the talent all the time, still has the talent. It's just he never could stay on the field. But when them guys get that type of that type of moxie, we don't sign guys like that. You know that, Coach. You know how Stephen Jones is. Come on now. Not Jared Jones, Stephen Jones. You know that. You know that, Coach. You know he ain't signing, he ain't paying no money now. This all really gonna be dependent on Gregory. I believe we want him. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't. They got to save all their money for for Michael Parsons. We're gonna break the bank when his time comes. They better go and lock him up as quick as possible. CeeDee Lamb coming up. James said, bitch, with the teams we play this year, do you see the Cowboys winning 12 games or will they regress? It's gonna be tough. I gotta see how everything line up, Shane. See, it's kind of like Tampa. Tampa, for instance, with Brady retiring, that team's gonna be ripped apart. A lot of guys signed 1-year deals. Brady's not there. They're going on to bigger and better pastures. I wouldn't be surprised if Gronk retires. So even though Tampa, I think, is on our schedule, that's not going to be the same Tampa team. See what I'm saying? So I have to see who. I got to see who what we have, and then other teams. If you told me Brady was going to be there next year, and Gronk and all these guys, I'd probably say we might be in a little trouble. But we are playing a first place schedule next year. For those that don't know, that's what happens when you win your division. Your schedule gets tougher, without a doubt. But let me put this here. Yeah, that's what happens when you get a first place schedule. You get the Twilight Zone music, because what used to be won't be no more. See, we gonna have to step it up, and I don't know who we gonna have, Shane. It's just way too early to tell. It really is. Some of these free agents that's gonna lead these teams, man, look, they're gonna go to a team gonna stack the deck, and it's gonna make it hard. There's a few wild cards that's also there. Like, for instance, where is Deshaun Watson going to land? Y'all see what I'm saying? You add a guy like that to your team, you're gonna win. Here's another wild card. Watch this one, y'all. I talk about the Cowboys, but I should just start talking about everything, but I love the Cowboys. Here, check this one out. Where is Jimmy G going to land? Y'all saying, whoa, what you mean? Sooner or later, they got to turn them reins over to Trey Lance. They paid too much to get him, and probably be next year. Jimmy G has got this team. I ain't gonna say he got him, but he's winning. And even though I'm picking the Rams to win tomorrow, what if Jimmy G gets this team to the Super Bowl? All right. What if Jimmy G wins the Super Bowl? Are the 49ers gonna let go of a Super Bowl quarterback just because you got Trey Lance sitting behind you, and you mortgage the farm to get him? I mean, you got to let you got to turn it over to him sooner or later. So that's another wild card. Like, where's Jimmy G gonna land? With Jimmy G land, look, Ben Roethlisberger just retired. Okay, somebody, Coach Tomlin ain't for rebuild. You get the right quarterback there, you're not rebuilding. You depending on who it is, you may be the same or maybe a little bit better. You put Jimmy G in Pittsburgh. I'm just throwing out some scenarios. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not dead. Okay, you put Jimmy G with Tampa Bay with Mike Evans and all that. I don't know. You put Jimmy G in New Orleans. I'm just saying. You put Deshaun Watson in Pittsburgh, and I'm telling you right now, Pittsburgh Steelers are back. You put Deshaun Watson there with the same team. You put Deshaun Watson with Pittsburgh, and I guarantee you, Pittsburgh gonna be a problem next year. You put Deshaun, I hate to say this, but you put Deshaun Washington with the Washington football team, and the Cowboys are gonna have a problem. I ain't saying we're gonna lose. I'm just saying, y'all. Washington is wide open with a quarterback. Fitzpatrick is there, but they don't care nothing about Fitzpatrick and the guy that replaced him. I mean, it's some quarterback jobs that are open. I'm talking about wide open. And some of these guys are gonna shake the world up. I'm just saying. The Giants just hired the Buffalo coordinator. I don't know what he feel about Daniel Jones. I don't know what he feel about it. And please understand, I'm just throwing scenarios out. If you got a choice between Deshaun Watson and Daniel Jones, goodbye Daniel Jones. I'm just saying. So it's that's why I'm saying, Shane, it's way too early to be trying to figure out what the Cowboys gonna do. Let me see what the landscape is right about it at training camp, and then I have a better situation. Thank you, Coach Breedlove. You know, everybody said, oh my God, how about this one? Where's Aaron Rodgers going to be at? How about that one? Because see, if he go to Denver, Green Bay, Shane, if we got Green Bay on schedule next year, we're not scared of Green Bay with Jordan Love as the quarterback. See what I'm saying? It's just a lot of stuff that got to go on. Green Bay is done if Aaron Rodgers go, because Devontae Adams gonna leave. Y'all see what I'm saying? If Rodgers go to Denver, the Denver Broncos become a Super Bowl contender immediately. Especially with the setup they got over there. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, this gonna be interesting this year. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Jimmy G, they are going to kind of shake this league up where they land. It's going to be very interesting. No doubt about that. So, kind of early to tell. Phone line is open, as you can see. That's the phone in line. We talking about everything. Let me get to the games tomorrow. I believe Kansas City is going to beat Cincinnati. And Cincinnati has earned my respect. Joe Burrow has always earned my respect. He's a bad boy. I just don't think he can pull it off. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they did it, though. But I'm picking Kansas City to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, and Mahomes would make it again. And I'm picking the Rams to beat the 49ers. I just think it's just going to be way too much emotion in that building, with the chance of them playing the Super Bowl in that same building. And I just don't think them fans are going to let them down in that house. They're going to be hyped. I believe Von Miller will turn again the time clock back. I believe that Aaron Donald will be Aaron Donald, and Jalen Ramsey is probably going to follow Debo all the way around, wherever he is when he get in the backfield. And I just think the Rams going to be too much for them tomorrow. That's just me. But the 49ers have shut everybody up. They shut the Cowboys up. That was the number one offense in the league. Then they went to Green Bay and shut down the MVP of the league. They beat up Green Bay. They don't score 10 points. So I wouldn't be surprised the 49ers pull it off, because y'all know the story. You've heard they beat the Rams the last 6 times they played them. So that's a division rival. They already know each other. They know what to do, how to beat them. And Jimmy G has beat the Rams in their building. I just don't think it's going to happen tomorrow, but that's why they play the game, yeah. Okay. Rams and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And I'll wait to make my prediction on that. But as far as the Cowboys go, not optimistic, y'all. I love them. I never turn my back on them. But I love. I just don't. I don't see what I need to see. Colton McCarthy got up there. I was done with him, to be honest with you, when he got up there and said the team looked nervous when they started playing. They weren't ready to play. It's your job to get them ready. Where my crowd at? Thank you. That's the job of the head coach. you got to get them ready. You had them ready every other game, supposedly. Now all of a sudden they look uptight and they nervous and all that. Look, man, don't even say that. That's an indictment on you as a head coach. I mean, come on, man. I don't see the optimism yet. I don't see the optimism. I don't see the. I don't look. I have faith in Jesus. You understand me? I'm a preacher. I got faith. I don't have faith in the Cowboys. I'm sorry. I have faith in Christ. My hope is built. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Let me stop. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and his righteousness. Y'all know nothing about that. But anyway, I don't have faith in the Cowboys. They done let me down way too much. They done let me down way too much. I can't get past it. That coach, I already know you know. A coach, I know you know. Let me stop before I get hype up in here. Look, listen. I'm still stuck on y'all. Somebody help me out. Can somebody look? Somebody call in and help me. Maybe y'all got it. Somebody call and help me on this right here. How in the world do you have a game plan in a playoff game after everybody's talked about it, saying that you need to put the ball into Tony Pollard's hand, and at the end of the game, Tony Pollard has carried the ball 4 times. Can somebody please explain to me, how is that the case? Wasn't nothing wrong with him, nothing wrong with his foot, nothing. He got the ball 4 times. The most explosive running back we got. Can y'all help me with this? This is the part where I have no optimism, y'all. The truth came out. Yeah, coach, exactly. The truth came out about Ezekiel Elliott saying he got a PCL tear in his knee. Help me, somebody. Please help me. You play in a position where if you have a knee problem, it's not going to get better because that's where you're getting hit. It's not going to get better. As a matter of fact, it's going to get worse. Why did they let that man play since week 4? When all y'all had to do was give the man some rest. That's what the injury recovery speaks of. Saying that in order, you don't need the surgery, it needs rest. He hurt himself in week 4. Why didn't they let him sit him down for a couple weeks instead of letting this man getting worse? What kind of coaching is that? And that may be a higher up thing too. Let me take it back. Let me take it back. I mean, what you expect Zeke to be? Superman? Give me a break. His knee is messed up. Why didn't Jerry sit him down, since I'm quite sure he had a part in this decision making? It wasn't going to get better. He's not the regular Zeke. And then, if you ain't giving Zeke the ball, you just throw the whole running game away. When you got Pollard back there, averaging almost about 6 yards a carry. Give him the football, please. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me, please? I don't understand. And yet you gonna tell, hey, Dr. Jed, somebody explain to me why Tony Pollard did not get the ball. I'm still stuck on that. And you're telling me that Kellen Moore, this same Kellen Moore, and this same head coach is what's gonna be back next year? And you expect me to pop champagne bottles? Really? I'm not saying we're not gonna win, but I just don't have. Maybe I feel better when training camp come in, but right now I'm like, it look like I'm headed to the same type of season next year. That's what it look like to me. Good question, Joe. Joe is from Italy. Great question. Why didn't we get? Let me get it up. Why didn't we give Cooper more targets? I mean, after all, he's the number one wide receiver. You know, I mean, at the end of his day, I'm looking at the same numbers that Dez Bryant used to have. Y'all know, 4 catches for 42 yards or 3 catches for 36 yards. That ain't no number one numbers. Hey, let me ask y'all this. Let's go to the Rams. All right, let's go to the Rams. Everybody in the parking lot, everybody that work in the offices of the Rams, the cheerleaders know, the fans in the stands know, the other team knows, most importantly, that Cooper Kupp is going to get the football. Can y'all help me understand why nobody can stop it? Man had over 100 catches, dang near, 1,800 yards, led the league in touchdowns. Everybody knows he's getting the ball. Everybody. They're not singling him either. They're doubling him. You gonna sit here and tell me that you can't devise ways to Cooper? Look, go look at the Ram tape and copy him. I mean, good Lord. Cooper Kupp catching the ball. And they know he getting it. And they still can't stop him. Everybody know at Buffalo, Stephon Diggs is getting the ball. He still get his numbers. Everybody know in Minnesota, Justin Jefferson is getting the football. And nobody can stop it. They're doubling them. Safety over the top, underneath cornerback. Linebacker shade over there sometime. They still ain't. Why is it the fact that our guys, CeeDee Lamb too, why is it our guys can only get the ball 3 times a game, 2 times a game, 4 times for a little minimum yardage? I just don't understand. And the only reason I'm saying is because the book on Moore is he's innovative. He's original. He just dials up great. I can't tell you. I think somebody help me because I just don't get it. I don't get it. Cooper Kupp getting the ball, y'all. Y'all finna make me do it. I'm almost through too. I don't understand. I don't understand. Let me look it up real quick. I just want to see his stats. I know everybody knows he's getting the ball. Let me just look at this. 145 receptions, 1,947 yards. Y'all, 13.4 average, 16 touchdowns. Let me say that again. Cooper Kupp, 145 catches, receptions, 1,947 yards, 16 touchdowns. Everybody knows he's getting the ball. You gonna sit and tell me Amari Cooper can't? He's getting doubled. Look, Cooper Kupp is getting doubled. Cooper Kupp has the attention of every defensive coordinator in this league. Everybody knows he's getting the football, and you still can't stop it. Amari Cooper may not be better than Cooper Kupp, but he ain't too far from it. And the song will say that Cooper is better than Cooper Kupp. Some folks will say Amari Cooper is better than Cooper Kupp. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand. And it ain't because he's got a whole lot of options on the other side. Robert Woods got injured this year. He's out. You just got Odell Beckham, and Tyler Higbee as your tight end. I mean, hello, Van Jefferson in the slot. Okay, compare that to Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Cedric Wilson, Michael Gallup. Cowboys are better from a wide receiver position, stable than the Rams are. I just don't understand. Coach Breedlove is getting to schematics, as you can see. Here it is. Coach Breedlove says this, and I'm not doubting him at all. Coach Breedlove said the reason why they can get the balls because they put number 1 and number 2 on the same side with a backside. Wide receiver running the route in the same zone can't cover that, or a rub route in shooter space. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Kellen Moore's supposed to be innovative. Get innovative. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Cooper Kupp moves around too. Mara Cooper don't move around. I'm just saying, y'all. When you got guys like this, that when you know you're trying to stop them, it ain't nothing you can do. You need to copy the play. You need to copy some of the play. You need to figure it out. Because Mara Cooper stats ain't $20 million a year worth. Hello. It's not $20 million. This got to do with coaching, schematics. Coach Breedlove is right. That's about schematics, y'all. That comment you see him that you're looking at. It's about schematics and scheme. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. And he said that fans saying to trade Cooper must be on drugs. It is number 1. No, we ain't trading Cooper away. You know, invested too much in him now, so you can't give him away now. We don't need that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. I've talked long enough. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. You didn't have to do it, but you did. Listen, next Saturday, I'm gonna be with you guys this week. Next Saturday is my birthday. Next Saturday is my birthday. I am going to do the show on next Saturday. I hope you guys come hang with me. And hey, let's have some fun on my birthday next Saturday. Remember what I asked you. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. I request a birthday gift from some of you guys that have not done it. All I'm asking you to do is help me build up my YouTube channel if you can by going to your YouTube, type in the Big Time Show podcast. As soon as you type that in, you're gonna see my face and all these videos. Click on this symbol, subscribe to the channel. That's all I'm asking you to do. If you do that for me, that would be a great birthday gift. Matter of fact, you ain't got to wait till my birthday. You can go and do that now, right? Don't do it now if you don't mind. Or wait till you get off the show with me. Go to my YouTube channel. You're on Podbean. That'll be a great birthday gift for me. If you would do that for me, not going to cost you anything. Go to do that, and I would appreciate it so much. It's been fun hanging with you guys. I guess before I leave, let me do this in my last couple of minutes. If you want to contribute to the podcast show, yeah, there it is. My cash app is $ the Big Time Show. If you're on Podbean, it's $ the Big Time Show. You can do that as well, and I would appreciate that. If you're on Facebook and Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, listen, there it is. If you want to be a monthly supporter of the show, I ask for it's really your choice, or whatever you want to give monthly. I have it set up where you can set it up there. You can do that. You can do it as well on Podbean by pressing that red reward bag. Make a decision. Same thing. If you type this in, the Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech, you can make a decision on what you want to contribute there. If not, it's all right. But if you don't want to support your boy that way, I will take it. Just trying to grow the show. That's all I'm trying to do. Have a little fun with y'all guys. Listen, I appreciate everybody who comes in and just hang with me and want to hear something I have to say. I don't know, I ain't nobody, but I appreciate those that somewhat trust me enough to at least listen to what I got to say. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys Tuesday. But remember, Tuesday gonna be great too. But Saturday, man, I'm gonna be hyped. It'll be my birthday, man. I'm happy. I'll be 49 years old. Ain't that awesome? 49 years old. God has blessed me to stay here. Hopefully next Saturday will be number 49. I hope that y'all come hang with me and come celebrate with me, even if just for a little bit. Come in and come on, have a little fun with me. I ain't no telling what I'm gonna talk about Saturday. It may not be Cowboys. Cowboys depressing to me right now. They just depress me. Especially looking at the 49ers play tomorrow in the championship game. Which is another testament to them. Because nobody talked about them, and they just came out of nowhere these last 4 weeks or so. And 49ers just say, look, we don't have to we'll just wait till the end to bust y'all in the mouth. You know, the Rams have been expected to beat all time. The 49ers in this last month have just taken over. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't gave them no credit. And here they are. And all they got to do is bust somebody in the mouth one more time. That's all they got to do. And it'd be all over, all right? All right. I'm out. Here we go. Y'all know what to do. Clap your hands. Come on, let me see you clap emojis because you know we groove our way out of here. Come on, groove with me as we leave. I'll see you guys Tuesday. This is, yes, sir, the Big Time Show.